Are you wanting to start advertising on Facebook but not really too sure how to get started? You're wanting to really understand the process better. That way you can start making more money and more sales in your business. Well, today I'm going to walk you through exactly how to set up and run your very first Facebook ad. Hey, what's going on? My name is Tim, one of the co-founders here at 𝗦𝗦𝗥𝗘𝗘𝗢𝗦. We take the fear out of marketing and advertising your business using battle-tested strategies and creativity to bring you a better ROI. And today I want to share with you how you can go and start running your very first Facebook ad and really walking you through the entire process from start to finish. That way you have a clear understanding of how Facebook advertising works and you can run your very first ad. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't want to go through the entire technical part and you just want to have ads running for your business and you don't have the time to set up, watch, maintain, understand all the analytical parts of Facebook, you really just want somebody to do it for you, well, that's actually one of the things that we do in our agency. We'll go through, set everything up, run your ads for you, and really just be your marketing team for you. So all you really have to do is worry about running your business. So if that's something that you are interested in, I did leave a link in the description below this video where you can go and sign up for a free Scary Good strategy session and really walk through what kinds of Facebook ads you should be running and if it really even makes sense for us to be working together and running your ads for you. So make sure to check the link in the description below this video. So it looks like you're still here. That means that you really want to dive in and understand how to start running your very first Facebook ad. Let's go ahead and jump right in. With that being said, we're going to assume that you already have your Facebook account and you have a business page set up, and that page is the one that you want to run ads for. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is you are going to want to go right here to business.facebook.com, and you really want to have a business manager account because this is where you're going to manage all of your ads. You're going to be able to create ads and run them both on Facebook as well as Instagram. So all you're going to want to do is go here and then click create account. Now, we've already done this, so we can't walk you through this exact process, but it's very simple. It's step by step, so just go ahead and do that. Now that you have your account created, you are probably going to see a very limited version of your Facebook Business Manager, and you're probably going to see something that looks like this. Now, what we want to do is we actually want to get your page linked up to your account. So if it didn't ask you to do that, because sometimes I know it will, sometimes it won't. So I just want to walk you through how you do that really quick. Right here on the side menu, you're going to see Business Settings. Go ahead and click that. And what you're going to want to do is scroll down here to where it says Pages. And then you're going to click this big button right here that says Add, and then you're going to want to go here where it says Add Page, and you want to do the first one where it says Add a business page you already own. So you're going to want to go ahead and click that, and then you're going to paste in the page URL right here, and then you're going to click Add Page. Now, once you're done with that, what we need to do now is go and set up your ad account. So if we look down here, you can see that you have ad account. And you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to go ahead and click the add button, and then you're going to create new ad account. Now, what I recommend on this step here is that you name your account whatever your business is. So for example, we would have Scary Good Marketing, and then I would put main. That way you know that this is your main ad account. And then you're going to want to set up your time zone as well as your currency. Then once we are done with that, you want to go over here once we're done with that, you want to go over here and click Add People. You will find your name and you want to add yourself to that ad account. That way you have access to managing it. Now, with that said, there are a few things that you do want to go and do to really make sure that your ad account does not get shut down or any of that stuff, because when you first start out with when you first get your ad account, you're only going to have one ad account, and if you mess anything up, there is no way to go back, fix it, redo it, any of that. So make sure that you go and you pay attention and you follow the steps that I'm about to tell you, because the same thing, if you get your ad account shut down, there is no way to get it reopened, and you can potentially be banned from running advertisements on Facebook. So you really want to follow these steps carefully. All right, so here we are back here. So the big thing that you want to do is you want to go down here to business info, and all of this information in here, you really want to go and fill out all of this information. The more information that you give to Facebook, the more credible your account is going to be. And then the main thing that you really want to do right here is the business verification status. So ours is verified, but you should see a button right here that asks you to verify your account. Now you want to go through and get your account verified. Sometimes this can take 24, 48 hours, even a week long, but you want to make sure that you get it verified before you start running ads and you fill out all of this information. And then the other thing that I highly, highly recommend that you do is go down here to the business options and your two-factor authentication. Turn that on, get it set up, because one of the things that has been going on recently is there have been so many people's Facebook business accounts, personal pages, everything being hacked into, and you really want to make sure your account is secure, because if somebody hacks into your account, sometimes what they'll do is they'll go and spend a bunch of money on ads, and you have to pay that. There's really no way around it. Facebook isn't going to, credit the account. They're not going to do any of that. You are responsible for any money that gets spent, whether you spend it or if somebody hacks into your account and spends that money. So make sure to enable two-factor verification and get that set up on your account. Then what you're going to want to do is you can either go here to the payments and set up a payment method, or if you go to the ad account itself. So for instance, we're going to click on this account, and then if you go over here, click this little thing and this little arrow and go to view payment method. And then what that's going to do is you are going to be able to add a payment method directly to that ad account. Then all you're going to want to do is go to add payment method, get that set up, and you are ready to go. So that is pretty much the basics of getting everything set up. Now let's go and start setting stuff up to run our very first ad in 𝗦𝗢𝗕𝗏. So what I'm going to do is go back to the home page, and you will probably only see one ad account. So I'm going to click on this one that says test. This is the one that we use anytime that we are doing any kind of tutorials, any of that kind of stuff. So it's as clean as possible. That way you can see exactly what it's going to be like. So this is what your ad account is going to look like. And Facebook makes it very easy to start setting up ads. So as you can see here, we have campaigns, ad sets, and ads. So this is the way that you go about setting up a new ad. So you can see here, we're just going to click this button here, create ad, or you can go up here to this green button and click create. We're here on our campaign objective, and this is really what kind of ad we are going to be running. So you can see here that you can either click this by buying type, which is auction, or reach frequency. And by doing that, it's just going to limit what you have. It's going to essentially show you more or less types of campaigns. So I'm going to quickly run through what these are. So awareness campaigns are just as it sounds. These are going to show your ad to as many people as possible. Consideration is really getting people to engage with your ad. So that can be clicking on a link, starting a conversation, watching a video, liking, giving hearts, sharing, commenting, any of that kind of stuff. And then conversions are getting people to do a specific action. So this can be getting people on your email list. This can be people purchasing a product from you. These can be a whole bunch of different things as well. But the one that we're going to look at, and the one that you should probably start with, is traffic. Now, with conversions, you are going to have to set up a pixel and do that kind of stuff. We're not going to cover that in this video, but just keep that in mind. So you want to get off the ground running as quickly as possible. We're just going to go ahead and click on traffic. Now that we click that, you can see there's a few things down here, and I just toggle this little box here, and you can see that we can actually start naming everything as we go along. So you can name all of these right off the bat. So what I recommend is for the campaign, this is where you're going to see everything, and what I like to do is just call it what it is. So we're just going to call this test ad, and then I like to put in here the date. So we're going to put in today's date. That way I know when this ad was actually created, and I don't have to go and like search for it and any of that. I can just read everything right off the bat. So come up with some kind of naming convention. Now, for the ad set and the ad, I'm going to leave these blank for right now. We can go and we can change those as we need. So I'm just going to go ahead and click continue. Now you can see we are here and we have the campaign name. Now, when it comes to what you're doing, now you may want to go in here and look at special ad categories, and you can see here that there are really 4 different special ad categories. So are you in the credit or auto loan, anything to do with that, then you are going to have to check this before you run an ad. And if you don't do this and you run an ad, this is the fastest way to get your ad account shut down. So make sure you go in here and look at the special ad categories, and you can click this learn more to really understand, do you fall in one of these categories? So for what we're doing, we do not, but make sure that you go and look at that. So right here, all of these can pretty much stay the same for the campaign details because we already set that up. For the A/B test, we're going to go ahead and skip that because since this is your first ad ever, don't worry about trying to A/B test everything. So down here for campaign budget optimization, this is really if you're going to have multiple ads inside of one campaign, which we're not going to either. So we're just going to go ahead and click next. Now you can see that we are on the ad set level. Now, what I normally like to do is go through here, set up all of the targeting, get everything that we need, and then name this what the targeting is. So really what we want is we want to drive traffic to a website, or if you want to do apps, you want to do any of that stuff, you will have to go and make sure that you have these set up, or Messenger, WhatsApp. But for the purpose of this, we are just going to have them going to a URL. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. The dynamic creative I'm going to leave off. The offer I'm going to leave off. And now here we are on the budget and the schedule. So you have really 2 options. You can have a daily budget or a lifetime budget. Now we pretty much run everything off of daily budgets. And the only time that we really use lifetime budgets is if it is for a specific event that is going to be ending at a specific time, or it's something that is going to be limited and you're only really selling that thing for that short period of time. But for the most part, we leave it on a daily budget. And then right here, you can input however much money you want to spend every single day. So you can spend as little as $5. I do think that it's gone down. I think maybe $3 is the minimum. But really figure out how much you're willing to spend per day, and go ahead and put that in there. So I'm just going to leave it at 20 just because that's already there. And now the start date. So if you're wanting to just have your ad go and start today or whatever, don't worry about changing the time. Now, the thing is, your ad may take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to actually start serving. So the thing is even if we have the start date today, that does not mean that your ad is going to start today. It means that your ad is going to be submitted for review today. So the big thing is, don't think that whatever date you put on here, that's when your ad is going to actually be running. So make sure you keep that in mind. So if you have something that is time sensitive, make sure you allow enough time for it to go through the review process. And then the end date, we're going to have this set to not end. We are going to have this ad stop running when we say, when we come in here and turn it off. And then the same thing is you can add a schedule. We're not going to do this. We just want this ad to run all the time, pretty much every single day for all hours of the day. So I'm going to leave that like that. Now, here we go into audiences. So the big thing is, if you have a custom audience, you can have that and you can select that here. But for the most part, since you are starting from scratch, this is how you go and you find your buyers and your customers. So right here we can go and we can edit the location, and in here you can pretty much put almost anything. You can even target all the way down to specific zip codes if you would like. So let's just say, for the sake of this, that we are a local business. I'm just going to put in New Mexico because that's where we are. And yes, we are part of the United States. As you can see there is a fine little line right there of Mexico and New Mexico. But nevertheless, so you can see there that this is our potential reach right here, which is about 1.5 million people. So the other thing is, we can go down here and based on the location, we can say, do we want to target people that are living or recently in this location, people that are just living in this location, people that were recently in this location, or people that are traveling to this location. So make sure you check that. So if we are let's say that we're a local business, we probably want to target people that are in this location. So obviously we're targeting an entire state of people, and maybe that is a little bit too much. Maybe we just want to target people in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I can go ahead and put that in there, and this is just people living in Albuquerque. So with that, we can go and we can adjust the radius. So this is 25 miles around Albuquerque, or we can just say, do we want the current city only? So maybe that's what we want, just the current city only. And you can see here that our potential reach has lowered because we just want to show our ad to people that live in Albuquerque. So let's go ahead and say that that is good. Now what we can do is we can come down here based on age. So you can target people as young as 13, and 65 plus is the oldest age. So for whatever reason, let's say that our buyers we know are 40 and over. So let's go ahead and put that in there, and you can see that our reach is continuing to go down. Our estimated daily results, now this is estimated, this is not guaranteed. You can see here that our ad will roughly be shown to a little over 2,000 to maybe 6,000 people every single day, and we can expect to potentially have 29 to 84 people clicking to our website. Now, and so these are estimated, these are not guaranteed. The ad copy, the creative, all of those things are going to play a factor into how many people actually click on your ad. So just keep that in mind. So right here we have gender, so we can pick all men or women. And then the same thing is the detailed targeting. So this is really where a lot more of your targeting is going to come in. So right here we can put in pretty much almost anything. So if we start typing, I'm just going to type pizza. And you can see here that we have all kinds of different things that populate. So right off the bat, this first one is pizza. So as the description says, this is people who have expressed an interest in or like pages related to pizza, right? And then the same thing, if we go down here, you can see job titles. Maybe we want to target people that have the job title of pizza chef, right? And then the same thing, people that have shown interest in Pizza Hut or Domino's Pizza, or people that have shown interest in pizza delivery. There's all kinds of different things in here that you can target. So let's say that we want to target people that are interested in Domino's Pizza. Well, right here we can see that we have 8,800 people that are interested in that, that are interested in Domino's Pizza, that live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, that are 40 or older, and you can see how targeted we can get. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can narrow your audience, which means that if I click narrow my audience and maybe I type in wings, we can see here that these are all the things, and maybe I pick Buffalo Wild Wings. So now we can see that we're getting very, very specific, and it's going to be a little hard for Facebook to show this ad, because right now what we have is we have people that live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, that are 40 or older, that are interested in Domino's Pizza, as well as interested in Buffalo Wild Wings. So that's very, very narrow. So that's the thing, is make sure that you have a good balance in your targeting. So I'm going to just remove this. And then right here, you see this where it says detailed targeting expansion, reach people beyond the detail. And essentially what this is it's going to look at people that are clicking on your ad, and if it finds that those people have similar interests and stuff, it's going to add that to your targeting. But what I recommend is when you're first starting out, leave that unchecked. That way you can really see what kind of audiences are working, what kind of targeting is working, because if you click this, you're not going to really know what those people are interested in, because Facebook isn't going to tell you what it has expanded your targeting to. So we're going to leave that unchecked. Then as far as languages, you can put all languages, you can edit that here, and then show more. And right here, this is really important. Do you want to show this ad and include people that have already liked your page, right? So we can have connection type, right? People who like your page, friends of people who like your page, exclude people who like your page, and so on and so forth. So if you're wanting to get new customers, you probably want to exclude people who like your page. That way they're not going to see the ad. And then if we go down here, we're going to leave the placement as auto, or you can go here to manual and you can select all the different placements and that kind of stuff. So make sure that when you are doing this, you know where the placements are going to be and that your ad creative matches those placements. So for right now, we're just going to leave it on automatic. And then if we go down here, you can see optimize for ad delivery. What this means is, when do you want Facebook to charge you for the advertisement? So is it on landing page views? And it says, we'll deliver your ad to people who are most likely to click on your ad's link and load the website or instant experience? Or do you want it to be just when people click the link? Do you want it to be based on how do you want to base it on impressions? And if you do it based on impressions, this is normally per 1,000 impressions. Or do you want to base it on reach? And reach is unique people that see your ad. Impressions are just the total amount of times your ad has been seen. We're just going to go and do link clicks. We want to get as many people clicking on our ad as possible. So we're going to go ahead and click next. And then you can see here that we are on our page. Now I just went ahead and put our website URL in here. You can see that it's pulling in an image. Nothing's really optimized, and we kind of did this on purpose so you can see what to do. So right here you have a few options. So one is if you have multiple pages, you can select those here. You can see that we have our Instagram account also hooked up there. So just make sure that it is your page that you're wanting to have the ads run for. And then right here you have two options. So we can either create an ad, use an existing ad, or use a Creative Hub mock-up. Really, you're probably going to want to just create the ad, or if you're wanting to essentially take a post that you have on your page that's doing really, really well and use that as an ad, you can do that right here. So for this, we're just going to say create an ad. Now you have the format. Do you want a single image or video? Do you want to have a carousel image or carousel videos, or a collection? Now, normally we run video ads. Video ads are what has the highest conversion, so that's mainly what we run. But pick the one that makes the most sense for you. So right here, we're just going to click single image and video. And then right here, do you want to add an instant experience or add a playable source file? We don't normally use either of those. We'll just scroll down here and you can see that we can add our media. We can add an image, or we can add a video, or we can go from the catalog. So I'm just going to go ahead and click add video. And here you'll see a bunch of videos that we have put before. So I'm just going to click this one right here. This really has nothing to do with the ad. And you can see here, these are how your ad is going to show up. So really make sure that everything is set up properly when you are running your ad. So this, we're just going to go ahead and click done. And now you can see there that our ad is showing, and this is what it is going to look like. Now we have this warning here where it says that there's no payment method on this ad account, and that is true. We did not set up a payment method for this ad account, but you won't see this. So if you do see this, just go ahead and click learn more, go back, follow the steps of getting the payment method set up. So yeah, that's pretty much our ad. You're going to want to put in some kind of ad copy. And when we do that, you'll see that that is right here. The headline is going to be down here. And then the description is only going to show in certain places. So it's up to you if you want to add that in there or not. And that is pretty much what it is going to take to set up your ad. Now, there are a few little things down here. So your call to action, which is this button right here. Here, let me go ahead and move over here. This button that's right here, you can change what this is. So it can be apply now, book, donate. There's all kinds of different options in here. So this one, this is a video. We're just going to put watch more. So when people click that, they're going to go and watch more of this video, is just how we have this. So make sure you have that set up the way that you need it. And that is pretty much it. So that is everything walking you through. Then all you got to do is click this publish button and your ad is ready to go. Now, like I said, it's going to probably take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to get your ad actually approved by Facebook. Now, there are things to keep in mind when creating your ad. You can't have a lot of text on it. So there are certain types of ads you can't run that are against Facebook's ad policies. So make sure you go and do your due diligence before creating your ad, because what ends up happening is if you don't follow any of the policies and procedures, Facebook is just going to shut your ad account down. Now, if you set up an ad and it doesn't follow one of the policies, you will get a warning saying, hey, this ad is not going to run. You need to do some of these things. It's against these ad policies. The best thing to do is look to see what policy you are breaking, make those changes and adjustments, go in, delete out that ad, and recreate the ad from scratch. Because the last thing you want to do is not do anything. Don't leave that ad sitting in your account as a errored ad. Make sure you're going through fixing those ads, deleting them out, and creating new versions. That way your ad account doesn't have a lot of negative signals coming from it and potentially get it shut down. Now, like I said, this is really just scraping the surface when it comes to Facebook advertising, and there are so much more when it comes to advertising your business online, right? There's the type of ads to run, there's how do you find the targeting, how do you actually go and set up your pixels, what kind of ad creative should you use that yields the best ROI, and so many things when it comes to Facebook advertising. So what we've actually done is we have taken everything that we do with our clients when it comes to setting up and running Facebook ads, as well as some of the best Facebook ad campaigns to start running when you're just starting out doing advertising on Facebook, and we put all of that together in a course. And now this isn't one of those courses that you buy, you get in there, and all of the information is outdated. This is something that we continuously update. We're always going and rolling out new videos and updating anything anytime Facebook updates its ad platform. And if you've been running ads for a little while, you know how frequently Facebook changes its ad platform and things move around. So we try to keep this course up to date. Now, if you made it all the way through, we actually have exclusive pricing for you on this course, because we just know how powerful Facebook advertising can be and how much it can really change your business. So if you would like to take advantage of this special pricing, make sure to check the link in the description of this video to get that special pricing. So that is pretty much everything when it comes to setting up and running your very first Facebook ad. And like I said, if you would like to really start diving in and learning a lot more about running Facebook advertising, check out our course below. But other than that, that's pretty much what I have for you today when it comes to Facebook advertising. And like I said, if you're somebody that maybe doesn't even want to do the course, you just want somebody to do all of the stuff for you and you don't want to worry about any of that, we do also have a link where you can book a strategy session with us to see if it makes sense for us working together and for us to really just do your Facebook advertising for you. So there's also a link in the description for that as well. But until next time, make sure to like and subscribe here to our channel to get even more marketing and advertising videos just like this.